Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020, soon to be 2021. New highs in the market averages today. You know, it gets repetitive saying the same thing, but that's how people learn. It's all about the flows, the fiscal flows. So many people have gotten this wrong. So many people still don't understand this whole narrative about the market being detached. I mean, it's all about the fiscal flows. If you have gotten anything from watching me over however long a period of time, hopefully you understand that it's all about these leading flows. And it's not about overbought. It's not about market sentiment. I mean, sometimes those could be useful things. But I mean, when these flows are at levels that they are, that we see right now, and by the way, they're going to go way up. I mean, this COVID relief deal, even though it's not the $2,000 checks, and I'm going to get into that in a second, but this COVID relief deal, we're going to see these numbers significantly expand. Now, you know, I put these numbers out every single day to my subscribers. We track these, we follow these. So I've said this before, like the stuff I do, the work I do, that's basically real time. There's not one other economist or market analyst out there on Wall Street or anywhere. They're all looking at numbers from 30 days ago or last quarter or something like that. We see the flows every single day. And they could change abruptly. Either way. I mean, they could go down if policy dictates that that should happen, or they could go up just like they've been going up. And that's the bottom line. That explains everything. Now, as far as the $2,000, as far as the $2,000 checks are concerned, now look, I'm done defending Trump, all right? He knew that was not going to pass. This was a totally disingenuous comment, you know, when he came out and said that after the $900 billion deal, he was silent up until then. You know, he was planting the seeds for rampant voter fraud, at least, that story, which is bogus. And he knew the $2,000 checks were not going to fly. So it was a dishonest move. It was a deceitful move. I'm sorry. He got people, all hopeful and everything. He was quiet. The $900 billion deal, which was, that final deal was a deal that was, very much reduced in size from the original proposals, both in the House and in the Senate, which, he was lukewarm and really unsupportive on both of those things. And then once they finally got together and got something to give to people, he's like, no, everybody should get $2,000. But he knew that was never going to fly in the Senate. He knew that. So it was dishonest. But that's Trump. I can't defend Trump anymore. I'm sorry. But the $900 billion, I mean, you already see the market reaction to this already. I mean, the numbers are going to hit. I'm going to have the numbers. The checks have already started going out. The direct deposits have already started to hit up in people's accounts. And you see it. Now, in one sense, it makes me laugh because if you recall, I think it was last week or the week before, and I talked about this. Remember the CNBC, the geniuses? It's baked in, like they're baking a cake. Whenever people start to talk in figurative language, metaphors, that's a cover-up. That's a cover-up for the fact that they don't know what the hell is going on and they can't explain something scientifically. So they explain it in a metaphor, in figurative language. Whenever you hear something like that, I mean, get your bushel basket ready and run over because the money will just be dropping in for you if you know how to take advantage of something like that. I said at the time that it was no baked in anything. No check went out. No extended unemployment benefits were passed. Okay? No supplemental benefits were passed. No moratorium extension on evictions and that sort of stuff. None of that stuff happened. There was no baked in. You had an opportunity that day to go against these fools on CNBC, which I said to do, and buy the market. And now we're at new all-time highs. And it's just going to keep going like this. You know, the pullbacks are going to be very shallow as long as the fiscal support stays, you know, where it is. And as I have been saying, I don't see anything on the political front to make me feel like things are going to change, at least not in the first year of Biden's term. You know, he's coming in. He's not going to go fiscal conservative right away. You know, maybe we're talking about 2022 in the lead up to the midterm congressional elections. I don't know. But for now, even if it's gridlock, even if on January 5th, the Georgia runoffs result in the Senate maintaining control by the Republicans, and even if we end up with gridlock, we're at gridlock with the current level of fiscal support. So, I mean, that's just, that's the conditions we're going to have. And that is bullish for the market, that's bearish for the dollar, that's bullish for commodities and gold, that's bearish for treasuries. Let me talk about the dollar for a second. Because as you know, I've been saying for a long time, the dollar is in a bear trend based on the underlying fundamentals, which is the fiscal deficit and the trade deficit. And it's interesting because the dollar's decline this year, you know, since February when it started heading back down, since March, I should say, it's been orderly. And at times it has looked like it was about to turn back up again. You know, you had that infamous call by Morgan Stanley, oh, we're covering all our dollar shorts because it's oversold. That's your genius Wall Street analysis, okay? The dollar decline reminds me a lot of the stock market's rally last year when most people didn't believe in it. Not this guy over here. I mean, if you go back and listen to my videos in 2019, I was like, buy, you gotta buy, you gotta buy. It's low-hanging fruit. This is, you know, I mean, it's just like, it's begging you to buy. And then the market really took off. Dollar's decline is the same thing. It kind of looks like it wants to stop. Sometimes it pops back up. Everybody says, oh, that's it. No, you're going to reach a point where the decline is going to accelerate, just like the stock market's rise accelerated after a certain point. And it's going to be a blistering fall. But again, everything is based on policy. Everything is based on conditions. So, you know, yesterday I made the video, which some people surprisingly didn't like. I said, you got to elongate your time frame. I don't know what there is to not like about that idea. It's kind of silly to me that people would not like it. But you got all kinds out there. Anyway, look, you got, 2 more days, a day and a half to lock in the current rate for MMT Trader. It goes up to $500 a month, which it's well worth it, by the way. It goes up to that price on Friday, January 1st. So go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com, sign up for a 30-day free trial now. Go do it now. You want to lock that in. It's going up to $1,250 eventually. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.